Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Carl Jung. Have you ever wondered why a certain person seems to live in your mind rent-free? Why their face, their voice, or even the smallest detail keeps showing up again and again, no matter how much you try to move forward? It can feel like an invisible thread pulling you back to them, as if your thoughts refuse to let go. But according to Jung, this is not just random mental noise. It is your unconscious speaking. He believed that the people who stay with us in this way are far more than memories. They are symbols, mirrors of something unrecognized within ourselves. That constant presence in your mind is less about them and more about what they awaken in you. Maybe it's a longing you've ignored, a fear you've avoided, or a wound you never truly healed. And this is why, no matter how much effort you put into forgetting, their image resurfaces. The unconscious does not allow you to escape what you have not yet faced. Jung's insight was that these thoughts are not enemies, but guides, pointing you toward hidden truths. The persistence of that person in your imagination is a sign that there is unfinished business inside you, something calling out for attention and integration. So rather than asking, why can't I stop thinking about them, the deeper question is, what part of me is trying to be seen through them? Because when you understand that, the obsession begins to dissolve, and what once felt like a burden can become a doorway to self-discovery. This is exactly what Jung wanted us to see, the psychology of why someone stays in your thoughts and what it truly means. So let's dive into Jung's insights and uncover the hidden reasons behind these obsessive thoughts. And if these ideas resonate with you, if you find yourself drawn to the deeper layers of the mind and the unseen forces that shape your life, then join this journey with me. Subscribe now because together we'll keep exploring the hidden language of the unconscious, and each video will take you one step closer to understanding not just others, but your truest self.
Carl Jung often reminded us that the figures who linger in our minds are rarely just people. They are symbols, carrying meanings that stretch far beyond the surface. When someone refuses to leave your thoughts, Jung believed it is often because they embody something within yourself that you have not yet fully understood. They may represent an archetype, an ancient image woven into the fabric of the collective unconscious, or they may carry the shape of a hidden aspect of your psyche that has not yet been integrated into your conscious life. This is why the presence of certain people feels so haunting, so persistent. They stir something deep inside you that demands recognition. But it goes even further. Jung explained that much of what we see in others is not truly about them at all. It is projection. We cast our desires, our fears, our shame, and even our longings onto those who cross our path. In doing so, they become a canvas for our inner world, reflecting back to us the parts of ourselves that we cannot yet face directly. That is why they appear again and again in your thoughts, even when reality has moved on, because the mind is not obsessed with them as individuals, but with what they represent in you. And sometimes the story is even simpler. The bond between you and that person may have been left incomplete, an unresolved emotional thread, whether it was love that never had closure, conflict that was never healed, betrayal that was never forgiven, or admiration that was never expressed, becomes a loop in the psyche. The mind returns to it, again and again, as if rehearsing the possibility of finishing what was left undone. You might think time should have erased them, yet the lack of closure turns memory into a wound that keeps reopening itself. Beyond Jung's depth psychology, modern neuroscience adds another layer of explanation. The human brain is designed to reinforce emotional memories through neural pathways. The stronger the emotion attached to a memory, whether joy, longing, or pain, the deeper the imprint it leaves. This is why you can forget countless neutral faces you passed in the street, yet one glance, one word, or one shared moment with a particular person can burn itself into your mind for years. Each time you revisit the thought, the neural connection strengthens, making it even harder to let go. It's not just nostalgia, it's biology reinforcing psychology. So when someone lives in your head, it is not merely weakness or obsession. It is the unconscious insisting that there is meaning to be uncovered, an emotional truth waiting to be faced, and a neurological system doing its best to preserve what feels significant. Jung would say this persistence is not a curse, but an invitation to stop asking, "Why can't I forget them?" and instead ask, "What part of me are they trying to reveal?" Because in that shift of perspective lies the first step toward liberation. If Jung taught us anything, it is that the thoughts we try hardest to run from are the very ones we most need to face. When a person refuses to leave your mind, the first step is not to fight the thought, but to become aware of it. Self-awareness is the key. Recognize that this repetition is not random noise, but a message from the unconscious. Instead of asking, "Why can't I stop thinking about them?" ask, "What part of me does this person represent?" Perhaps they remind you of a vulnerability you've hidden, a desire you've suppressed, or a quality you secretly long to cultivate. This kind of questioning transforms the thought from an enemy into a guide. But awareness alone is not enough. You must also resist the temptation to deny or suppress what you feel. Jung warned us that whatever we resist will only persist, growing stronger in the shadows of repression. So rather than pushing the thought away, allow it to exist, hold it in your awareness, and gently reflect on why it carries weight for you. When you stop treating it like a threat, you strip it of its power. Here, balance becomes crucial. The practice of mindfulness, sitting with the thought without judgment or panic, creates distance between you and the emotion. You begin to see the thought not as an absolute truth, but as a wave rising and falling within you. This reduces its grip, giving you room to breathe and respond rather than react. And once you've created that space, you can begin to redirect the energy. The intensity of obsessive thought can be overwhelming, but it is also a form of raw psychological fuel. Instead of allowing it to spiral into rumination, channel it into something constructive. Write in a journal to explore what the thought is teaching you, create art to externalize the emotion, or invest that energy into personal growth. In doing so, you transform obsession into creativity and fixation into self-discovery. The final step is liberation, the quiet freedom that comes when you truly understand the meaning behind the fixation. More often than not, once the unconscious message has been acknowledged, the figure that haunted your mind begins to lose its hold. The person was never the true source of the obsession, it was the unresolved energy within you, and when you meet it with honesty, the grip dissolves naturally. As Jung so powerfully put it, what you resist persists, what you accept transforms. The path to peace is not forgetting or forcing, but seeing clearly and allowing change to happen within. So the next time someone lingers in your thoughts, do not treat it as a curse. Treat it as an invitation, an opening to know yourself more deeply, and perhaps to finally set yourself free. In the end, when you find yourself unable to stop thinking about someone, remember, it's not really about them, it's about you. They are not just a lingering memory or a stubborn thought. They are a symbol, a reflection, a messenger from your unconscious mind, carrying a truth you may not have faced yet. Carl Jung taught us that the people who stay in our thoughts are not accidents. They are guides, quietly pointing us toward the parts of ourselves we must finally see. And once you realize this, the question shifts. It's no longer about, why can't I let them go, but about, what is my own psyche trying to reveal through them? That awareness is where transformation begins, because every recurring thought is an opportunity to uncover a hidden piece of yourself. So the next time someone keeps appearing in your mind, don't ask why them. Ask instead, what are they trying to show me about myself?